Well, what is going on, everybody? We're back on it. One Piece 465, 66, 66. Patreon members, you guys haven't seen the last episode, but you guys today saw 464 with Or's introduction and him getting just blasted with damage from Kuma, Doflamingo, cannon fire, just all of it. And again, I'm still kind of hung up on like how you just let Ors go down, but I have to hold judgment on that statement until I see how this plays out. If Whitebeard has some other things up his sleeve and Ors is just like not even remotely close to what was needed to like handle this, then it sucks he had to die, but okay. Because right now we're kind of seeing from the situation is just wave after wave after wave from Whitebeard of just kind of like lower level grunt activity, just being, you know, just wave after wave after wave. You know, they're the ones trying to do the sieging. You know, I feel like sometimes it's easier to hold camp, especially maybe if you have the better skill or better artillery or better, you know, whatever it might be. So we've just kind of got just nameless pirate fodder that don't seem to have much skill other than just being pirates, just trying to break in here. If it wasn't for Ors, I think they'd still be getting pummeled out there on the ice. I mean, the whole thing's covered in ice, but like farther at ice, you guys get it. So we'll see. I talked about all that at the beginning of last episode, at the end of last episode, so we won't dive too much into that. We did have Luffy, Jinbei, Crocodile, Mr. 3, Buggy, that whole squad. Somehow we're flying in. Don't know how we got up there. It looks like they were talking about Ivankov, some death wink combination shot them up there, I guess. I don't know if they kind of like rode a tidal wave that was coming in from Whitebeard's Devil's Fruit earthquake that I don't know. Regardless of they're here, they're on the scene. We did finally got some Garp that I've been waiting for what feels like 100 episodes of like, what does he feel about the situation? Would he risk his job or his status in the Navy to free his grandson? Like, what would he do? Would he, at the end of it all, is he fully committed to the Marines and the Navy and honor? Even though someone like him, who probably is, there's no information that he doesn't get. He knows everything. He probably knows everything they do. The shadiness, the non-morality of it, the killing, the covering up of stories. He knows all that. So my biggest question is, like, knowing all that, would he still choose to ride for and defend that entity that is the Navy, that is the Marines, if it came down to his of Ace being executed, if Luffy being executed, if I don't know if there's anybody else close to him that we just haven't seen, and he had multiple opportunities to do something about it, and he chose duty. He chose to stick with the Marines and what they're planning to do. So yeah, and on top of that, they've got some like plan going on that they're trying to implement here. I don't know if it's going to catch Whitebeard off guard. I'm just curious of like what's Whitebeard's plan here. Was it just kind of just send fodder wave after wave after wave, or do you have something here? Like what's the play here? So Luffy's on the scene again. I see this helping Whitebeard. Like this is definitely like a you know, a volt of juice to help his side, but I don't know if any of them are game breaking enough to really be like, okay, now Whitebeard wins. I think everybody that's showing up is kind of warlord level. Two of them being ex-warlords, and I would put Luffy kind of on that level. He's not even as strong as all the warlords in my opinion. So I don't see how it turns the tide too much. It definitely might give them an extra motivation juice. But we shall see. Let's drag this over here and let's go. Why are they flying out of the sky, narrator? Go ahead and hit me with it. Yep. Did they just ride a wave and then just decided to take advantage of it and go? And we still don't know who opened the door for them. I think it's so wild that like Buggy's exact outfit just happened to be on that ship. Like, what? Where did y'all pull that from? Okay, if it was his ship that we escaped on, I get it, but a random marine ship just happened to have his clothing? Okay, y'all got it. Y'all definitely got it. Can Jinbei not, like, whisper to other fish and fishmen to, like, come in here? And that was an argument that I had, is, like, what's... At first, I thought Oars Jr. was a giant slash fishman mixture, the way he kind of looked. But he was just a giant. I don't know what Whitebeard's relations with fishmen are, but, like... Oh, Crocodile. I love Crocodile, man. He's so great. But, like, is there not a fisherman army wave coming in? Like, is there not around... Can Jinbei not, like... Can he not talk to sharks? And can Jinbei communicate with sea kings? I don't know. I feel like the Fishman storyline with Whitebeard and the Fishmen and what he did for them and why Jinbei's so, like, ride or die hasn't really been touched on from Whitebeard's side. So I would like to see, like... Are fishmen gonna come ride to his cause, or... I don't know. I guess we'll find out shortly. If that ends up being a storyline or not. And every time I come to a new episode, I just really wish that we could have gotten my hypothetical arc of Luffy seeking out Whitebeard and them teaming up to go get Ace. Golly. And he along the journey to go to Ace. Would give us more about Whitebeard as a character, because we get to, like, spend a lot of episodes with him and his personality and what motivates him, and maybe flashbacks to him in his younger days and him running into Roger, or whatever they want to choose to use. That's how they got saved. The ice went all the way out there? Holy shit. That's how they got saved. I was like, there's no way a Deathwing is going to send them. Damn. He's like, that must have been his Seaquake. That must have been... Oh, they are right above them. Oh, so all they did was jump down. Oh, shit. Okay, so they were there. But imagine, like, we get Whitebeard, we get Luffy. We get backstory on Whitebeard, his motivation. Luffy learns hockey along the way. Damn. But yeah, that would have been great. Because it seems like such an easy layup of a story, right? It could be the same thing. Like, he ends up on the Amazon Lily Island with Boa. Boa falls in love with him. Same storyline, you know, yada, yada, yada. And instead of, like, oh, we got to break in, like, how could we get him out of there? Boa's storyline is, well, I know one way that there might be somebody that can help you get to Ace. And it ends up being Whitebeard. And we find Whitebeard. Oh, man. What a time. Oh, is this the... This is the plan that everyone got on their snail spawner. Oh, we gotta go. Honestly, just jump. Who cares about, like, getting the? We don't. Who cares about getting the ship unstuck? Just jump. Just take flight. Just go, literally jump down. Oh man, here we go. I hope we do, because even though we didn't get my hypothetical arc, I do hope that we do get... Yep, there they go. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Got that out of the way. I hope there is some Ace... I mean, I hope there is some Luffy and Whitebeard interactions. That'd be nice, just cool to see. Because if Whitebeard ends up dying and Ace ends up dying, that storyline's done. Like, there's no Whitebeard, there's no more story. Like, they could give us a flashback to his life in later arcs or somebody that knows him or something like that. But I feel like there's so much content with Whitebeard that could be used on current him, past him. interactions, abilities, how he came to be, that if he dies here, we might not get any of that. I forgot this was all being broadcasted like the Hunger Games. Did Luffy and the others fall in the water or what? No, we're kind of here to help. What's under there? I was gonna say, Jinbei has to grab every single one of them. Okay, so they did fall in the water. Okay. Wait, so you're telling me in that time, there was no plan thought out. He just drop-kicked the ship, right? And Buggy got dressed that fast? Yeah, right. Alright, so we no longer have two storylines running side by side of Luffy trying to catch up and the battle going on at the same time. Everybody's here. I'd like to see Jinbei and Whitebeard interact. That'd be kind of cool. Quickly. How is he still running on any kind of hormones, adrenaline? Wasn't he supposed to be tapped by now from the extra boost, that Red Bull shot that he got from Ivankov? And then on top of just going into the water, that probably zapped him more. Like, what the hell? I don't know how he's still up, other than main character. Oh. I like how they have everybody else in black and white when he's running around. Can't go in the water. Chill. Bro, take a second and try to evaluate our surroundings. Yo. If you don't double tap these dudes... I was about to say, they're gonna keep chasing you. And then this is the Navy's first encounter with Straw Hat Luffy that's been causing them so much troubles. Not the Navy's first encounter, but like Goku and the others that have been hearing about him. They finally run into him. And Kuma said they wouldn't be seeing us again. He said that. I say it can't be that difficult. Just go that direction. Okay. Where's everybody else? Alright, right there. We see it, right? That's us? Alright, cool. We've made eye contact. First time he's seen him. Supposed to happen at Impel Down. We didn't even make eye contact with him once. I've seen him Spider-Man farther than that, so I would assume he could reach that if he wanted to. Ace sees him, we see Ace. Garp must see us. Garp's gonna be an emotional wreck. Garp is gonna be a wreck. You saw how emotional he is that Ace has himself in this situation. He can't do anything but watch, and now Luffy's here as well, who he's been trying to keep both of them out of this situation, and now they're both here. Well, we might need to speed this up here. At any point, they're chopping his head off. Okay. That felt like a long halfway mark, no? Yeah, oh shit, we only got like 5 minutes left. They went through that thing straight, which I actually prefer that they do, especially since we had to burn a couple minutes at the beginning of the episode of showing... Oh, how did they fall from the sky? Just as it is, they fell from the... Oh, I thought he got rolled up on by Marines. I want to see Crocodile go absolutely crazy. He got his clothes, hat, bandana, all of it. I want to see Crocodile interact with some of the other warlords. That's really what I want to see. Does he laugh with Luffy being there? No, yeah, he's got to be. Garp is going through it. Yeah, Moria's gonna have some bad PTSD. These guys. Oh Lord, Boa. The only one regret that I have of this entire thing, because this has been great, the whole Marineford stuff, it's been great. I just deeply, deeply, deeply regret. Kuma, you promised. I deeply regret that Zoro, I deeply regret that he's not here. That's the only thing I regret from this arc. Oh man, I wish Zoro was here. Mihawk sees us, makes a comment about how we've maybe gotten a little bit stronger. Yep. Everybody's heard about us, but not everybody's seen us. Now everybody has seen us. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're not working together. He resigns. I mean, you threw me in prison. You threw me in prison. You think I'm just gonna come back to my position? Crocodile, don't go for Whitebeard. Please, God, don't screw this up and make this more mayhem than it needs to be. Don't do it. But he doesn't... Crocodile has no loyalty to us or Ace or anything. Other than we set him free. That's about the only loyalty. Is that Whitebeard's shadow? I thought that was, I thought that was Arlong's shadow for a second there. I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Crocodile went for us. He wants that. I was about to say, all 90% of these prisoners are here for him, by the way. Yeah, oh fuck, Luffy stopped him. This is Luffy and Whitebeard's first interaction, if they have any at all. Luffy, how's this gonna go? We ain't got time. Oh, he's dripping in water, I was about to say. You got any liquid on you? Yeah, that pretty much nullifies that. The animation since then is crazy. He needs him. He needs everything he can get to get Ace. Say something? He knows who, I was about to say, he knows whose hat that is, right? I'm still actually shocked that Shanks actually lost an arm to that sea beast, by the way. That's actually really shocking that he couldn't like hockey or kick that and get Luffy at the same time. I don't know if that's going to be a story point that like he needs to be weaker or what, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. Ah, nice. God, I wish they would have had an arc together. Like, this is it right here. This is them getting together, right? This is exactly how I would imagine it would go if he showed up on Whitebeard's ship before this happened. But everything he's saying is true. Luffy does not have the juice for this at all. It's helpful, but he doesn't have the juice. Not enough, at least. Gotta try, though. We came all this way, might as well try. That's another thing. I think he already is king of the pirates, to be honest. I think he already is. He might as well be king of the pirates. I think you're talking to the current king of the pirates, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody else would dispute that fact either. He might not go around calling himself that, but I think it's all known that, like, I'm him. He's him. We really don't have time for this either. They could literally cut off his head at any point, by the way. Like, Ace could just be decapitated and everyone's like, oh shit, whoops. The hell was that? I don't know what... It's tough because, like, if Whitebeard has a plan, Luffy could be in the way, but I don't know if Whitebeard has a plan other than brute forcing our way through. Crocodile. Crocodile. Just help us a little bit, man. Just a little bit. Just give it a little bit of juice, man. That's when Whitebeard just karate chops Luffy in the back of the neck. He falls asleep, saying, I don't want you getting caught up in this. Oh man, that was pretty great. Pretty great stuff though. Not bad. So they're here, they've met, they've interacted. Again, like when you kind of get these massive like Royal Rumble arcs in anime, you know, because you'll get them in Naruto, we get it here. I'm sure in a bunch of other anime when you get a lot of people on screen. Shit, even My Hero, when you've got all the heroes coming together that you don't normally see on screen interacting, you want characters to interact. You know, it's like a Game of Thrones, you know, the last couple seasons where all of them, where every big player comes together to talk about, okay, how are we going to deal with this White Walker situation? These characters never interact, but they're finally all on screen and together at one time. Luffy and Whitebeard are finally on screen, right? And I would like to see them interact before one of them gets captured. I don't want to say one of them gets killed. The only one that could even be an option to be killed is Whitebeard. Luffy's got at least another 1,000 episodes left. But you want to see those things. So I don't know if like that's the only interactions Luffy and Whitebeard ever have was that little 90 seconds right there, or do they get a little bit more? And I would like to just see, I need to start seeing some shit from Whitebeard, to be honest, because the Marines got a plan. They're like, you've got a siege and capture from us. It's not like you're holding fort. You're trying to get in and get something. They've got a plan set up, and at any point they can make this all for naught by just cutting Ace's head off. Literally at any point they could end this just endless barrage of trying to send wave after wave of people to get in, losing oars, having Marco turn into a phoenix and try to do shit, you quaking. All of this could literally end with a snap of a finger, you know? It's just decide when they want to pull that trigger. So everybody's here, everybody's on screen. My biggest regret aside from not getting my hypothetical arc of Tales of Luffy and Whitebeard, is Zoro not being here. My one biggest regret, because I would kind of like Usopp here as well, because I know he wouldn't do shit, but you could get like contrasting sides of like Kobe and his buddy freaking out, and Usopp and like Chopper freaking out at like all the heavy hitters, like, oh, I've heard of him before, and his wanted poster, and pop XYZ, oh, that's Admiral this, pop. But we have plenty of that with Buggy and Mr. 3, so I can't have the same. That'd be way too much. Yeah, just not having Zoro here is my biggest regret of the entire thing. But yeah, nothing too crazy plot-wise happened in this episode as compared to like the last 3 or 4 that we got. We didn't get any crazy fights, no new like Oars reveal or Marco's ability or add the third admiral's name and his ability. We didn't really have any of that this episode, so I mean, I guess the post discussion will be a little bit short. But Luffy's here. We're no longer following 2 storylines. Ace is there, Luffy's here, we're here, pop, everything's moving. So we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,